No, don't come back. Did the Baltimore Ravens just make the biggest mistake in franchise history? The Black Monday axe has fallen on a Tuesday. John Harbaugh is out, but that's not the only shakeup in the regular season. It's over, and the real season begins now. Listen, we aren't holding back. We are grading the firings. We're fighting over who actually deserves MVP and Coach of the Year. We are locking in our official 2026 playoff brackets and power rankings. Who is a contender? Who is pretending? So welcome back. It is Keeping 99 Sports, the only place we keep it all the way real. I'm your host, Zelmae, but I can't do this alone. First, joining me, who's ready to tear these stats apart is Monray in the building.
Yep, it's your boy Monray Hudson, almost the man known as Baltimore Monray, but alas, a missed field goal spared y'all this year, but we are here.
And finally, rounding out the table of men who will be with me, who definitely has something to say about these things. It is the best in the Midwest. It is Uniqo.
Yeah. All right, just stop what you're doing right now, because the NFL, I mean, we just watched it explode all over us on a Tuesday, right after Black Monday.
Excuse me?
But this, it exploded all over our faces on a Tuesday. Well, the owners seem to think something differently. So, all right, so look, let's do this. So the biggest domino just fell, and I can't believe it, but I can't, because, 18 years is a long time, but John Harbaugh is out in Baltimore after everything he did for that Ravens organization, because they didn't have like a bad super duper record the last few years. It was finally his turn to go 8-9, where you got the Tomlin. That was the other option. So this was really the who's out bowl, and that's what happened this past weekend, thanks to Mr. Loop. And that's wild to me, but hey, he packing that old office up. The key card don't work no more. So chat, get in here. Let us know how you feel about this. Are you shocked to see who got fired today or the past couple of days? Did anybody else catch you off guard? Drop them names in the comment. We breaking down the body count because they exploded all over our faces today.
Where's the violation button, bro? Stop.
Listen, we just keep it 99 over here because that's the closest you're gonna get to 100. Do you hear me? So let's talk about these fired coaches, man. Come on, Zelmae. Let's talk about them.
Listen, the only ones that surprised John Harbaugh did not surprise me. Raheem Morris is the one that shocked me the most because they came on at the end when Michael Penix went away and Kirk Cousins got in and he started running off it. What, they won the last 4 games?
Yeah, it was like
they ran off 4 straight.
Yeah, so they started winning. They started playing well. They looked like they were up and coming. The players like they played for him. I know it's his second season. Normally, hopefully you get 3 once you say, oh, they improving over the season, because they had the rookie defense in who started taking off at the end of the year. The offense started playing way better in the year. We had the young secondary start taking off at the end of the year. Like, okay, Raheem Morris getting this defense right. The offense could score last year and this year, so the offense was never the problem. But he started to get the defense right. So I was shocked by his fire.
Look, go ahead, Bob. Go ahead, Bob.
I just want to throw this out here. This sounds like par for the course. A brother goes on a nice little run, builds up a cool team, and somebody that is a prevalent coach, maybe of 18 years with their organization, has a Super Bowl win, gets set up for another situation where they set up to win, because that's what it looks like to me. Because if you hardball, do you look at the Falcons and say this ain't a bad team? They ran off 4 straight. It feels like something like that happened to Tony Dungy, and then now John Gruden is the greatest coach of all time for whatever reason. I don't know, but I'm just throwing that little tidbit out there because that seems to happen a lot.
Look, I'm going to keep it a bean. Unless Joe Burrow gets traded over there, that's not the situation. I'm going to be like Raheem did surprise me, but not for the reason of he ran off 4 straight. They were doing well. It surprised me because they don't have a real clear direction next. Like, the head coach is going to come there and be like, okay, what's our quarterback situation looking like? Well, we got a huge cap hit that we had to restructure in Kirk Cousins, and our rookie that we were putting out there this year to see what he got towards ACL. Oh, do we have our own draft pick? My understanding, unless I'm wrong, no, they do not have their own first-round draft pick this year. So they're not going to be able to draft a high quarterback. They might draft some random unknown quarterback, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th round, whatever, but they don't have a quarterback plan going forward. They just have a good team with no top, So, and then you fire your head coach, who would have been able to at least withstand the pressure of what's ever going to happen next year. But now you want a head coach to come in on this situation that's basically in flux. That's not a good look. So I think it surprised me they fired him because now it's like you're going to basically hire somebody to take the brunt of a bad potential year unless, they pull a Sam Darnold and like, oh, let's go get Malik Willis, and Malik Willis might just make a turnaround and look good in this team with or something. Unless they pull something like that, which I'm not hoping for. I'm not hoping. I'm not expecting that kind of thing. No, this is not a good situation because now it's just like no coach, unless like, a Kellen Moore situation where you're just trying to get some kind of head coaching job. No coach is going to look at that and be like, that's a good idea. No. And Harbaugh, absolutely not. Harbaugh needed to go. Harbaugh, look, the rumbling started a year or two ago. And I had been saying this whole year, Harbaugh's job might be in jeopardy after this year. I had been saying that. And to be fair, Lamar Jackson extended Harbaugh's reign in Baltimore for 4 more years than it probably should have been. Because, shout out to the sports shows earlier to help remind people. The year Lamar Jackson came in, the Baltimore Ravens hadn't made the playoffs in like 4 years. And then they were starting off pretty rough that year too. And then Lamar came in and it all went into history. So this was coming regardless. It's not surprising for Harbaugh though.
Other coaches
they've been calling for it. They've been calling for it for every season. The last few seasons, they keep calling for it. The Harbaugh got to go thing. I mean, they've been calling for it, but I think was this year the most evident of years. I mean, missing LJ for as many games as he lost. I mean, and then are we starting to have that not recency bias, but the playoff?
Look, how many games are you gonna forget? How many games you gonna forget to run Derrick Henry, bro? I'm not hearing that no more, bro.
I would forget to run him sometimes too because of the fumbles, but man, he's been amazing. Like the last few games, he's hat tricks, 5 touchdowns, all type of stuff in the first half. Like he's done some great stuff.
It's wonderful. And then they forgot that he only had 5 carries. No, the man had like over 100 yards in the first half against the Steelers. Only had like 5 carries second half. I'm not hearing that no more. But get Harbaugh out. Go ahead and get rid of the offense coordinator too. Go ahead and clean slate. Go ahead and start him.
Well, when the head coach go, they usually get rid of everybody. But Joe Stefanski out, Pete Carroll out. Pete Carroll had an awful team. Zach Taylor
team was terrible.
Zach Taylor surprisingly is still on the Bengals.
I don't understand that.
I think that was part of the plan. I
don't get that one. I don't.
Matt Eberflus is out of the defensive coordinator. The most points Dallas gave up and the least amount of interceptions they had in like 20 years, so he had to go. Cliff Kingsbury is also leaving the Commanders to pursue other opportunities.
I bet he's not going back to the Cardinals.
He's going back to college most likely.
Yeah,
I'm a little surprised.
Guys gonna have to go there.
I'm a little surprised Aaron Glenn didn't. But I'm not mad because I know they wanted to give him at least his fair share of pick your own quarterback, implement your own plan. But the Jets were abysmal.
I knew he wasn't gonna get it when the owner came out and said our coach do pretty good except for our quarterback can't throw the ball.
I mean, but they didn't even get any. He's a defensive head coach. They didn't even get an interception this year. That's bad.
They did not get one interception.
Not a single interception.
That's the first time in NFL
They dropped
history.
a lot, though. They did drop a lot, so I can't.
Right, that's a rough one. But regardless of that, him and this might surprise
you. All of them. You'd have to watch all the Jets games to know that they dropped interceptions, right?
And another rough one, to be fair,
that he did not throw that ball up the field. He had 1,000. He had almost as many rush yards as Brees. He had how many passing yards as Brees Hall had rush.
You might not. Now this might be a little surprising, but especially next year he'll be on the hot seat. I'm surprised to see. But Todd Bowles is actually quite shocking that he didn't even get a little bit of a mention, considering the downfall of the Buccaneers and the window.
They wasn't getting rid of it. That team was everybody on that team almost broke their leg.
It's like.
He wanted.
It's like, how long are you gonna let Todd Bowles make it though? It's like, look, like Liam Cohen, which you saw, that offense coordinator that was there in the books that made Baker Mayfield look amazing. Him not being there definitely affected their offense because the team that he's on right now, the Jaguars, are humming like a brand new car, and the Buccaneers have broken down like a bad Toyota. Shout out to Toyota, not that y'all have a bad car.
To be fair to them, all 3 of the receivers got hurt, and then Baker tried to do it by himself. Then he got hurt. So the offense never got clicking because right before preseason, 2 of the top 2 receivers got hurt, making a rookie be the main receiver, and then he got hurt.
I was betting on Baker a lot of times. Like a lot of times this year, before he got hurt, I would just bet on Baker to make something happen, and he was doing that. Like so, he masked that. So they probably should have lost a lot more games than they actually won.
He might be on the high seat.
If your top 3 receivers get hurt, your top 2 in the preseason, and then you come in the season, number 3 get hurt, and you depend on a rookie by himself just about, and Baker Mayfield, who ends up getting hurt too, trying to do too much. You kind of be like, all right, we'll forgive you. You want to see?
I think Todd Bowles on the high seat next year. I'm just gonna say it now. I think he's on the high seat
next year, but this year, no, I couldn't see it.
And Mike Evans is like, he's like one more season away from doing podcast after the game, like Drake Maye. Like he's about over with for him.
How much be?
We'll see.
Yeah. But is that what we got for that? For the, I mean, because we got here's the openings, y'all. I mean, we got.
I really worry about the rest of the coaches and offensive and coordinators. They mostly all were supposed to go. Eberflus supposed to go. Kingsbury, yeah. Like the Commanders, you could blame theirs on injury too. So I guess the Commanders is a little bit of surprising, but whatever. They wanted a scapegoat, fine. I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of them, even though they could have kept them, but fine. They'll be all right. Defense coordinator, fine.
Let me ask y'all this then. So there's 2 coaches because they just swear up and down since they're fired, they're just about to get the next job. Which coaches look best for? So let's start with Harbaugh out of the openings, which is the Falcons, Cardinals, Ravens. We'll say Ravens again, and maybe they'll call them back. The Browns, Raiders, Giants, and Tennessee Titans. Where does Harbaugh go, and then where does Stefanski go?
Somebody said for me in a group chat earlier that Harbaugh going to the Giants will be fired, and I 100% agree. I think he would do very well, just because the NFC East wouldn't have that much pressure just starting out. It wouldn't have that much pressure right now, especially now. New York would have pressure, but the division wouldn't have pressure. And you have 3 good pieces to start out with that Harbaugh, by his history, not in recent history, by his history, is good at running quarterback. Can get a young quarterback, young running quarterback, running backs, which Baltimore has always been a running team, and the defense, which is what the Giants are working at with that defensive front back there. And, they got, Malik Neighbors. So all of them coming back, and Harbaugh could hopefully instill in them to run efficiently, but run safely. It would look good. I'm not going to, and the Giants need like a good solid piece, like a good guaranteed good coach to be able to follow up behind Brian Dable, because Brian Dable was solid at first. So I think him being there would do really well. I do like that. Even Stefanski being there would be okay. But I like the idea of
Stefanski for the Ravens though.
That'd be disgusting. That would be disgusting.
I like Stefanski for the Ravens. First off, he know the Browns. He know the organization. Then the one thing he's always good at is defense. And they need some. They got good players on their defense. For some reason, they don't come.
But together. They picked up Stefanski for offense.
But he's been good at defense his whole time he's been in the Browns. And Stefanski good with quarterbacks outside the one he don't like. So
Stefanski, if he went to Baltimore Ravens, he would find a way to get Phillip Rivers to get out of retirement again somehow. He would find some way.
He'll love Lamar. He'll love Lamar. He played Lamar.
I want the Ravens to go younger, like get a new mind in there, maybe somebody from college even. I want them to get a new mind, new fresh offensive mind.
I don't know if Lamar like that.
He needed offensive mind. I ain't finna hear that. He needed offense. I don't want to hear that mess. So I actually think
that defense
gotta be a coach he respects because he's 30 now.
No. I thought the boy Mike the Enemy from who used to be on the Chiefs during some of their run. Maybe him, somebody like that, but just somebody that's a good offensive mind would be fine. Like, you can have a good defensive coordinator. There's plenty of defensive coordinators you can get that be decent. But I think just a good offensive mind is what the Ravens need. Because, look, their struggles the last few years have not been defense. It's been offense. It's been them not being able to maintain leads, them forgetting how to run the ball at certain points, Lamar making critical errors at critical moments. You need a good offensive mind to keep things running smooth. Like, Ben Johnson, it ain't got to be that amazing on offense, but a good, solid offensive mind to keep things running smooth on offense will be fine. Get a decent defensive coordinator, you'll be fine. That's what you need there. Kevin Stefanski?
Lamar like him already.
I think Stefanski would be, even though he is the coach of the year, I'm not going to hate him being on the Ravens. But I feel like he's just going to be another Harbaugh in like the same defensive scheme. But I don't know if he's going to advance them offensively. That's just not what I see Stefanski doing.
He's kind of known for a quarterback whisperer type of deal.
I don't know if he's going to advance them offensively more than what they've been. I want somebody. I wish they would go like younger, newer, college-minded, somebody like that, like somebody like that, somebody that's going to take the offense in new ways. If there was another Ben Johnson, I'd love a Ben Johnson type thing there. But just that's what I want. But if they go Stefanski, for a more safer bet, like, hey, we let go of a good coach, so we got to guarantee get a good coach. We just go Stefanski, fine. But also, I don't know if they're just going to stomach the you came straight from our division rival. Now you're going to come over here. I don't know if they're going to go that route. But Stefanski don't really have a lot of options that I feel like would be good. Because a lot of these coaching openings just are not that good, all things considered. Because the Falcons, until they get a quarterback, I don't like that. The Raiders, maybe the Raiders would be okay. I don't mind the Raiders because
again if you go to the Raiders.
Well, no. The reason why I say that is because if he went to the Raiders, they're gonna get Fernando Mendoza, so you're gonna be guaranteed to get a hot prospect quarterback. So you get somebody that's a good quarterback whisperer, solid mind, and actually focus on the offensive line. You possibly be able to make that work. Like the main problem with the Raiders was the offensive line and the bad quarterback play. If you got a good coach who's a quarterback whisperer, you get a good young quarterback who was already a Heisman Trophy winner, and you work on the offensive line, get some kind of pieces. I mean, you can't be worse. You can't be worse than what you just had with Geno and Pete Carroll. So in my mind, screw it. Like, you want somebody to be able to leave Mendoza well. I'm not mad at him going down to the Raiders. I'm not mad at that, actually. It would take him a few years, I think like 1 or 2 years to be able to get everything on the ball, but I'm not mad at that.
They're giving it to a black coach, and then he's gonna build him up so somebody else can take the job.
Of course,
that's how we're doing it.
Of course.
If I'm a coach, I love Mendoza. Mendoza like a coach quarterback that you love. He always gonna say the right thing.
I think it'll be fine. I don't really know no other spots other than the Giants, like we said, that I would enjoy. Like I said, the Ravens would be something, but I don't know if he advances them offensively. That's my thing. They need to go up offensively if they got off Harbaugh.
Just run Derrick Henry. He ain't got to think too much. Just get that defense.
We thought that, but
well, that's why he fired. He didn't. So learn from your predecessor's mistake.
Especially as Lamar gets older. And, I pray his good health and everything going forward. But just, as running quarterbacks get older, you have to accept that they're going to have a bit more miles on them compared to like just strictly throwing quarterbacks. So you are going to have to be able to adjust to Lamar growing offensively, which is why I want an offensive mind back there. Because even though we know Stefanski can work with 40-year-old quarterbacks, I don't know if he's just negatively going to advance Lamar, in his next stage of his career. I don't know that.
That's a tall ask, especially because you say Myles in one part of it, but then also we looking at, are we ready to say that Lamar Jackson's injury prone? I mean, he still played very well in that game, and they very well could have won that game. But I mean, man, I kind of feel bad for Lamar Jackson. He's just got some bad luck, man. I mean, I think he has the talent to have won a Super Bowl by now. I mean, that we're talking in a division where you had to go against Mahomes and you had to go against Josh Allen and all them. But I mean,
if they would have ran the ball when they lost 17-10 to the Chiefs in the AFC Championship, had they ran the ball, it might have been a Super Bowl by now. But unfortunately,
folks supposed to know better. By 18 years in the league, you're supposed to know better than some of these coaches making some decisions that are just really head scratchers for real. Like 18 years, I'm like, wow, that was that long ago. Ray Lewis on his last ride out. And you did it with Joe Flacco, and Joe Flacco's still in the league to this day, and he's just I don't even know what he is, but this is, I don't know. I guess it was bound to happen. Do y'all believe that Mike Tomlin, that's my last thing for it, do y'all believe that Mike Tomlin would have been fired today?
Yeah, whoever missed that field goal going to get fired.
Whoever, that's one of my favorite graphics online right now. Tomlin wins.
Unfortunately, I do agree with Zell. Like, I think whoever lost that game, they'll probably out because it was gonna be time for a change either way. But Steelers will put up with another year, especially because Aaron Rodgers is teasing another year or whatever. But they would have put up with him again, just for making the playoffs. Had he lost, And you got to realize they had lost the DK Metcalf punching, lost him for 2 games. They lost against the Browns the week before with 6 points. Look, it would have been an ugly look had Mike Tomlin lost this game. So, he probably would have been gone too, all things considered.
Damn, how many years he been with Pittsburgh? Is he
all Pittsburgh coaches stay with their team forever.
I don't even get it.
I don't think Pittsburgh has fired a coach in 70 years.
It's always passed over, like Bill Cowher said. Hey, give it to Mike Tomlin.
Bill Cowher got the job for old boy who had it for 30 years, and Bill Cowher had it like for 20, and Mike Tomlin had 20. Like, they ain't fired a coach.
But they might have actually considered it had he lost this one.
Yeah, I think he would have been gone. Like, I think it would have been like mutual parting. He'd have been gone.
And then you ask Mike
Pittsburgh Steelers haven't fired a head coach since 1968.
And Mike Tomlin has been. This was his 19th year. He's been there since 07. This is 19th year.
So him and Harbaugh been keeping each other employed all these years, man. Somebody had to go. All these years. Well, and y'all got anything else for that?
I'm finished.
Because, all right, let's get to it now. Everybody done sat there. We done did the whole 18 weeks of this grind. It's over. We done did another 18 weeks. And you know what time it is. Forget waiting on all these fancy suits and the red carpet ceremony in February and all the accolades and stuff. We're doing it right here on Keep It 99 Sports. We giving out the hardware right now. End of the season awards. Did Drake Maye do enough in New England to snatch the MVP trophy? Or are we looking at Matthew Stafford, Myles Garrett, 23 sacks? Stop playing with that man's name. Defensive Player of the Year debate is over. Is that what y'all think? Say something in the chat. We want this thing jumping right now. Who is your MVP? Drop your names. We about to go ahead and cut through the noise because this is Keep It 99 Sports. And you already know it's the closer you're going to get to 100. Do you hear me? So let's get to these wars. So first off, we got the MVP. What you got, Zelmae? What we got going on?
Well, let's step back. Let's go backwards. First off, we got the Rookie of the Year. First off, we got Monray. He has Jackson Dart. Uniqo, Shadir not, so he don't care. And I got
I like that.
He literally said, I don't care. So I like the reason why Shadir didn't get it.
Oh my gosh.
So I have no problem with Jackson Dart getting or Mecca. Cam Ward probably had one. All the quarterbacks had like different parts of the season. I think they all did well in. Tyler Shough to end the season. The 3 weeks before him, I think Shadir had a good season. And then Jackson Dart, like 4 weeks before that, and the most consistent was probably Cam Moore, who actually had 3,000 yards, 17 touchdowns, 7 interceptions with that team, which I don't know how. That team is god-awful. But I have no problem with it. And Mecca, y'all see what he did in Tampa Bay. He got a little nicked up. He was serviceable throughout the year.
You know, something about those Ohio State wide receivers. They just come into the league and they just set their teams on fire and they just do what they do. Man, so I like the Jackson Dart thing. I gotta say that. But then he got hurt. So then what about the rest of the rookies that kept on playing? You know what I mean? So that's where I'm at. He got hurt and he was gone for a little bit. Oh, he was concussion, man.
That man won that team 5 times this year.
Well, see, this my reason for Jackson Dart, why I chose it, because otherwise I probably would have looked at Tetairoa McMillan because he actually did cross 1,000 yards this season. He actually did do really well. The team made the playoffs, and he is basically their number 1 receiver. But I went Dart because from what Dart was able to show and still be able to be, good in most of his spots with a really tough schedule. The Giants, I think, had the hardest schedule in the league. He came in after 4 or 5 games, after the Russ experiment went bad. Mm-hmm. Came in midseason, and what he had to go through was, besides his own concussions, of course, God bless him, rest his health and everything. He had his coach fired midway through the year, lost his number 1 receiver, lost his number 1 running back, and got hurt himself, and still was able to produce very good games under very adverse circumstances throughout the year when he was able to be there. He just had to learn. So, 3-8, but lots of his games, he played well. Like, he showed a lot of upside, even throughout losing major stars and coaches back and forth throughout the whole time. So, I think with the upside that he was able to show, I think he was a really, really good a rookie, and I gave him rookie of the year there. Like I said, it would have been Tetairoa McMillan, but I think Dart showed. Like most of the other quarterbacks, you like, okay, Tyler Shough, can he be your quarterback going forward? You're gonna hope so, but he still has a little bit more you want to show, especially because he came on a little bit later on in the season. Mega Ibuka, he showed really good promise the first half of the season, and after that hamstring, after injury, he wasn't really the same. So we'll see how that graduates over the next one. And Tetairoa McMillan showed wonderful throughout the entire year. But for me, the upside and pretty much the lock that, okay, this is going to be the guy going forward, I think shows to his ability, and I think I gave it to him because of it.
And I gave it a Mecca. He started off the season great. I think the injury hampered him. And I was like, I can't let his efforts throughout that crazy beginning of the season where everybody was hurt, banged up. I gotta give his efforts. He was close to McMillan, but McMillan was also on my list. He was second for me as well because he's insane.
So he gets a lot of props, Tetairoa McMillan. I give him a lot of props. Like he helped fulfill his team to the playoffs. So his first rookie year, he gets to go to the playoffs with the squad, and we'll see if they're able to do the upset. But we'll see.
And then we have like I said, defense. Old boy from Atlanta. Even though we didn't put it up here because we just went overall rookie of the year, but that boy from Atlanta is the rookie. Jalen Walker. Oh, he was good at the end of the year. The reason I said Raheem Morris got them boys playing.
Let's see. Shout out. I think the Browns got a linebacker that was really good too. His name escapes me right now. And then Abdul-Carter did do well as well. So it's a few defensive people.
Jenkins played very well this season, so I want to also give Jenkins a little credit too.
Oh yeah, Christian Jenkins did well. Shout out! I pray his recovery goes 100% well for him as well.
Yeah. So next up, we have Coach of the Year. Monray has Mike McDonald, Nico has Liam Cohen, and I have Mike Vrabel. So we have all three different Coach of the Year. I have to give to Mike Vrabel. Listen, that Patriots team. People said they wasn't going to do nothing.
I wasn't sold on Drake Maye.
They also beat the Buffalo Bills, which no one would have predicted to win the division. The two people that won the AFC West and the AFC East, no one would have predicted. So I got to give them credit. I think nobody would have predicted any of the people that won in the AFC before the season. Who would have said the Steelers over Joe Burrow and Baltimore? Not only that, you would have said the Patriots would be over the Bucks, the Broncos over the Chargers and Chiefs, and then the AFC South, Jacksonville and the Texans would have been. Well, you might get it. Most people would have said
the Texans were the favorite. Jacksonville was actually like a wild card behind them, so that's not as crazy.
That's the least crazy one, but you wouldn't expect. And
you would have
said the Colts and somebody, so it's all switched up out there.
That was a very interesting. I said that. Don't worry about it. We talk about that after the season because we'll talk about who was right, who was wrong.
I don't think it's a lot of people that should be coaching there. Sean Payton, the only other person that we had on this list that I want up here, and I'm gonna give an honorable mention to Sean Payton, what he did with the Broncos. Yes. People still don't believe in Bo Nix, and he still got them to the 1 seed. See, we still don't believe in Bo Nix, so I got to give him credit. Sean Payton did amazing work, and all three of these other coaches also deserve to be here. So them the 4 Coach of the Year candidates, basically.
See, but that's the reason why I put Mike McDonald. I said Mike McDonald halfway through the season when we approached the same question. I put him there now because people don't believe in Sam Darnold, myself included. They don't believe in Sam Darnold, and Sam Darnold did not play well for the second half of the season. They're still the number 1 seed. Sam Darnold had like 8 touchdowns in 8 games. Like he did not play that well. They still won. They still won meaningful games. Beating the Rams. Being able to secure the number 1 seed. They still were able to do that regardless of the quarterback. And I think that speaks volumes to, a matter of fact, a first-year head coach. Like Mike Vrabel has at least a pedigree to have been a head coach. As long as I remember right, this is Mike McDonald's first year as a head coach. So first-year head coach with a quarterback that can't be trusted, and you are taking over a team after Pete Carroll, who had been there for a number of years and won a Super Bowl. So the pressure was on you, and you produced magnificently. Like, no matter what happens in the playoffs, this is a successful year for Mike McDonald. And I think that speaks volumes that you was able to come in behind an established coach with a brand new quarterback who had his own pressures and his own issues and turn JSN into a monster and probably a top 3 pick in fantasy next year. And just shout out to this. So I think just emphatically, I respect Mike Babel. I think I give it to McDonald just because the coaching it took to get this team to look this way in one of the toughest divisions in the entire NFL, and you still was able to produce 13 wins, 13, 14 wins.
No more season.
You get my props for it because he didn't have the advantage of having easy games against 2 out of the 4 teams. At best, you had the Cardinals, but I mean, hey, he was able to produce with that. I give him props.
Yeah, I think Vrabel had like the 20th best schedule, but we didn't expect it.
I mean, he also had to beat out 2 other top coach of the years when Sean McVay and friggin' the 49ers coach. And Kyle Shanahan. I give Mike McDonald props. I think he gets my vote.
What?
So yeah, we got that. Now Liam Cohen.
What time are you?
Jacksonville. You know what I'm saying? That's a great. They did good in Jacksonville. They Duval. We made fun of that all year last year. So I gotta give you credit. I like this nerdy man. Duval.
He did. Cohen showed he showed, especially this year too, like that he was really, and I know respect to Ty Bowles and everything. He was the offensive engine behind that Buccaneers team. Like he showed, hey, he can bring an offense to a team, and he had the Jaguars. It was a little bit shaky for the first half of the season. Second half of the season, they shot off, and they have been playing magnificently, floating through wins and showing dominance as a full team and a full great oil machine. So he gets my props for it as well.
So I got Liam. I mean, just because nobody expected it. I mean, but I gotta say, I think it's about 10 coaches that probably could have got this award this year. I mean, I gotta be honest. Like people had their own different, different ways of success. Like some coming from like terrible, coming turning around a terrible team. Some people doing the best that they can with a terrible team. I mean, Liam Cohen, we didn't know. I mean, people were talking about what are we going to do with Trevor? You know what I mean? They weren't sure what to do with him. And even earlier this season, he was still on that, they were still teetering about who he is. But I just chose him because it's the AFC South. And honestly, it would have been the Colts coach had we not lost Daniel Jones, but that is what that is. It's about how you finish. So that's where we at.
Respect.
We got 2 more awards to give out. It's unanimous by everybody. Myles Garrett.
How could he not be? How could he not?
I don't even know what you can say about it. 23 sacks. Made the defense literally the second. Him and Denzel Ward made it the second best defense in the league. It's a defensive award. So his defense was second or third in the league, depending on how the Texans and them fell out. And then Myles Garrett was a monster. They literally made punt return style of defense to prevent him from getting sacks at the end of the year. I have never seen nobody get done like that.
I'm glad he still got it though. So screw them.
I saw the Bengals have 3 dudes right here waiting on him just to come in a line. He had to get past each one of them in a line like a drill or something. I'm like, what the?
I mean, the Browns were literally in every single game. They were in. They didn't get blown out every game. Like they were in every game because of that defense, and it was led by him. Like he's a game changer if we ever seen one before, and like he's done it year after year after year on this ass team, this ass organization.
Yeah, and then we got also unanimous MVP.
Golly,
what can you say? What can you say about that?
After Matthew Stafford had a fallout toward the end of the season, it was between him and Drake Maye. And Drake Maye kind of kept up with Matthew Stafford.
I wanted to give it to Stafford. I really did. But like I said, the little bit of fall off with those few games where they were losing a little bit and Stafford looked a little off without Devontae Adams. And I look across the street, and even though the schedule is way lighter, if I take Drake Maye off of that team, they would be the Tennessee Titans. So I give so much respect because Maye and Mike Vrabel, and everybody else, it's really just the only reason that team made it to 14 wins. And so that turnaround, the value that he brings to that is sort of the same reason why I looked at Josh Allen last year, because it's not necessarily just about the stats. It's about the value he brought to that team. Because taking Josh Allen off that team, they look like what? The Raiders. So I'm just like, I give respect to him. And I think he deserves an MVP this year. The second year, what a great turnaround. I give nothing but respect to it.
True. By the way, shout out to Trinidad Chambers. He's coming back to Ole Miss after they play in the semifinals in 2 days, I believe. So shout out to Ole Miss versus Miami. And it's very interesting because my brother went to Ole Miss, and I am a huge Miami Hurricanes fan. So this is very heartbreaking for me in a lot of ways. And,
No,
and
I'm
gonna be honest with y'all. If my cousin didn't play with Ole Miss, but both of my cousins, I just realized another one that my cousin told me my other cousin from Bay Spring played with him too. So I'm like, oh, I got to.
That's the most Mississippi line I've ever heard. A cousin that's a cousin. I heard from the cousin. That's my cousin. That's my cousin from down the way. Boy, that's some Mississippi shit right there, boy.
Yeah, that's how you do it in the city. But yeah, shout out to them. They play with Ole Miss. Centurion is coming back. He got re-signed to a max deal to Ole Miss as an All-American and the leader of a defense that's going to Germany. He got re-signed to. So shout out to Cuz. I know you got that chain. Shout out to you. Don't go missing with. But my other cousin also played with him, so now I'm like, I got a root for Ole Miss, but Miami's still my team. So I'm gonna be happy and sad at the same time, no matter what happens. But I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, that's all we got.
That's what we got. So that's what we got. So, all right. So let's get to it.
Well, here goes the friendship.
Let's get it. So the final power rankings heading into the playoffs. We're not worried about what ESPN talking about. We ain't worried about what national, with Sports Illustrated. We don't care about YahooSports.com. We don't care about this. Is our final power rankings before the real bullets start flying. Now, everybody want to crown the Seahawks because they got their number one seeds. I know somebody on this panel here. They love the Seahawks as of last week. We'll see how they feel this week. But are they just holding the spot until a real contender shows up? I know some of y'all gonna hate where we got the squad ranked. So let us hear in the comments who's ranked too high and who is getting straight up disrespected. We ain't sugarcoating nothing over here. We keep it 99. It's the closer we're gonna get to 100. Do you hear me? So let's see this list. Who y'all? What insanity y'all got going on this week?
It's all Uniqo. That's a Uniqo's this, man.
Mm-hmm. Uniqo. So I had to do it like this. I got the
where's the violation button?
I can't wait because see, here y'all go. I already know what's about to happen. Oh
wait, not week 16 this season.
Y'all worried about what happened last week and 2 weeks ago. I'm worried about where are you at now? That's
let me get off of please. Let me get off of
So it's the Jags as my fifth one. Then I got the Texans. They coming in hot. And they still got Davis Mills out here doing what they do with that great defense. Then you got the 49ers. At the end of the day, that coach and they doing what they got to do as a team. The Patriots, I can't take nothing away from them right now. And I didn't really want to put them in my power rankings at all this whole year. But it's about what you doing right now. Damn it, Bo Nix and his Broncos. I got them as the number one in my power rankings right now. And then I ain't no Eagles. No, it ain't no Rams. No, it ain't all them people that y'all. No, this is my power rankings.
All right. Next up, we got Monray's power rankings. Oh, Monray, how do you feel about this one? Before you
don't go ahead and say what you got to say.
It doesn't make me
beat by who in week 5 and all that stuff. I don't care about that.
No, I'm going by full seasons. I'm going by full seasons. This doesn't piss me off as much as Zelmae did last week. So all things, it doesn't make me as mad. But I do feel like the Texans don't deserve to be here. They shouldn't be above the Jags. The Jags won their division. I don't quite understand why they're above them. And they split and the Jaguars, just won the division. So I don't quite understand why the Texans are there, especially not that high. And having the Niners there, but not having either of the other two NFC West teams, I think I got that right.
They ain't looking good. They didn't look. They're not looking good coming in. The Rams are not.
The 49ers scored 3 points.
But what I'm telling you is the Seahawks stumbled into this, and the Rams are stumbling into the playoffs. They're stumbling.
The Niners scored 3 points. The Seahawks beat them, and the Rams won their last game. If anybody's stumbling, it's the 49ers.
We catching heat. They're catching heat. I'm sorry.
The 49ers, like you said, they're stumbling. The team that literally stumbled is the 49ers. The 49ers scored 3 points and lost their last game. The Seahawks won theirs against the 49ers and the Rams won. I don't understand how the 49ers are there and the other two aren't.
Okay then. Show your top 5 then. Show your power ranking.
I don't get it. All right, so we got a top 5. It's gonna make a little bit more sense. So I have the Patriots at 5 because even though they are a 14-win team, their schedule was very light. And so I don't trust the team going forward as much. Plus, Drake Maye doesn't have any playoff experience, so we have to see how that transfers over. And they're going to have a pretty stiff competition game against the Chargers. So I have them at 5 for that. The Rams are just above them. They managed to win their last game, turn around a little bit. They've been missing Devontae Adams. They're supposed to get him back, so they'll look a little bit better. They managed to right the ship a bit. And they do have the most playoff experience out of most of the teams that are in the NFC, at least the top power ranking teams that people will consider. So I got them up there. The Seahawks will get one notch above them. I hold steady that they are the number 1 seed. I don't trust their quarterback at all. Even with the last game that managed to beat against 49ers, the quarterback didn't look good. He didn't look good the last 6, 7, 8 games. So I don't trust them going forward at all. But the Seahawks as a team look great. And so I will show them respect to that. The Broncos is much of the same reason. I trust their quarterback maybe a little bit more because Bo Nix has had a lot more clutch moments throughout this season. And he does have playoff experience, though he didn't, they did lose against the Bills, but at least he's been in the playoffs. So at least that moment won't be completely unfamiliar. And then the Jaguars, I feel as though they're there because they've had almost the best run of games, the last 8 games. They look amazing on offense. They look amazing on defense. They actually have a pretty dominant win against the Broncos within recent weeks. They're humming on all cylinders. The quarterback looks good. The run game is good. The head coach is good. The defense is good. The wide receivers are checked in for the most part. They look the best on paper. They're the hottest team, I think, going into the playoffs. So that's why I got them at 1. These are my 5 power rankings heading into the playoffs.
Uniqo?
I ain't got nothing to say. Let him say what he want to say. That's fine.
Listen.
Now you go ahead. Yeah, I'll say.
I'll
let you argue with him.
Last week we had a battle of number 1s. Mine don't change. Don't change. Seahawks stay number 1 after they beat somebody else's number 1. So they stay where they were. I didn't pick them, but still, I go by what. Listen, I don't go off what I predict. I go off what is happening. So we have to go off that. Number 2, the Patriots. I trust Mike Vrabel. We gotta find a quarterback to step up. Let's bet on Drake Maye. Number 2, they number 2 seed. They played a good game this week, even though it was they blew our team with their backup quarterback. It was Miami. Is he still the coach, man?
Yeah, he might be Matt Madonna.
Streets are saying people.
He's still there right now.
They rested their starters. You got beat by 40. You got beat by the backups by 40. You cannot. If you get beat by backups by 40 points, you should not be. That's not what this is about. I just thought about that just random. Broncos number 3. Shout out to the Broncos, elite defense. Sean Payton, like I said, coach of the year candidate. Number 4, the Jaguars. They're on fire right now. They have slowly been making their way up their list. And they would like they could, if they continue to play like the way they've been playing, they will continue to make their way up this list. And number 5, the Texans, number 1 defense. Listen, shout out to the black coaches. We really love you right now. You're doing your thing. We just talked about a few of them being fired, but you're holding it down for us right now. I have to put the Texans in now. I wanted to put the Eagles there, but we took the week off. The Bears lost. Can't put them there. So them the 5-win team. Then what 49ers just came off a loss. Can't put them there. The Rams came off on a win, but still I had the Texans kind of a little bit with them. So they ended up number 5 had a bunch of people fighting for it. Number 1 through 4 was easy for me. Number 5 had a bunch of people fighting for it. I just ended up on the Texans.
I'm not gonna be as upset at the Texans being 5. I respect the Texans. They've been on a very good run of the last 6, 7 weeks. I'm not gonna be mad at them being 5. They just wouldn't be above the Rams for me. But at least you acknowledge them and the Rams being there. I'm not gonna be super upset. I wouldn't put them there, but I'm not mad.
Like it was Eagles, Rams, the Bears wouldn't they?
The Eagles would never touch a power rankings for the rest of the season. No. Next week, sure, whatever. The Eagles will not touch the power rankings because of it. No.
It's playoffs time. It's Jalen. By the way, I want y'all to know something. This is Jalen Hurts' second best statistical season this year.
Blah blah blah.
And I want y'all to understand that because he played a lot better in the playoffs, and we count on that again.
You keep on you just always want to interject the Eagles into everything, and I'm not understanding. Like
they will be tested this week.
They're not in
Don't
the power
worry.
rankings. It's over with. They're not in the
They
power
will,
rankings.
they will be tested this week. Don't worry. They will be tested.
Man, we saw Brock Purdy get hit on that last play with that shoulder. Oh, that Jalen Carter.
They said it was just a stinger. Also, we have to remember that they didn't have Trent Williams for that game either.
And they might not have him this game, according to the thing. Jalen Carter. Jalen Carter.
That's a hit. That's
Jalen Carter.
Yeah. Jalen Carter. We're gonna hope Trent Williams hits the positive.
Jordan Davis, Jalen Carter.
We're gonna hope that Trent Williams' health hits the positive. Otherwise, yeah, buddy.
Smell blood. It's blood in the water. That boy hurting. It's blood in the water.
And that Jalen Carter boy, something wrong with him. Something wrong with him. Something wrong with him. So
Jordan Davis,
he in Eagle Land. He gotta hope his team get to the playoffs now. That's what it is.
Jalen Phillips, they bleeding out there. Them boys hurting. Trent Williams hurting. Brock Purdy hurting. Time to feast. That's why we didn't even play in the last game. Yeah.
Nick.
Oh, so all right. So okay, so that's what we're gonna do then. We'll do it like this then. So, all right, bet. There's all your awards that we'll discuss it when the big companies and lamestream media do it. But for now, let's get into our playoff predictions and the bracket reveal. So we waited 18 weeks for this, the whole regular season, all the arguing back and forth. Who gonna do this? We had to watch the Tennessee Titans play 17 games, y'all. So here we are. We ain't just talking about wild card weekend. We locking in our entire brackets all the way to Super Bowl 60. So who got the guts to call an upset at this week? Do the 8-9 Panthers actually have a shot against the Rams? Chat, y'all got to go off with this. So lock in your Super Bowl matchups right now before we even start. We about to do it right now because it's Keeping 99 Sports. It's the closest you ever going to get to 100. Do you hear me? It's bracket time, baby. Let's go. Final topic. Let's go. Lock them in. Who your Super Bowl? Who is it?
First off, we got the Los Angeles Rams at the Carolina Panthers. The Rams are a 10.5-point favorite. We're gonna pick the spread. Do we think they're gonna win by 11 points? And also, we're gonna pick who wins the game. Who do y'all got?
Are we picking spreads too? Oh, Lord. Yeah. I think the Rams win pretty comfortably. Like the upset was an upset, true. I think the Rams, they're at home, playoff mode. Devontae Adams comes back, and this is Bryce Young's first playoff game. I don't even know who the coach is of the Panthers right now. Don't let me lie to you. I don't think. I just don't got a good hope that the Panthers are going to all of a sudden miraculously pull this upset. This ain't the upset that I see week one. So I'm gonna say I think the Rams comfortably.
That's an interesting stat. That's an interesting stat there on the screen.
Shout out to Edward. My bad, I didn't see this earlier because for some reason it didn't show up. It didn't come up in one.
That's an interesting stat.
He said he's a Pat fan. I think Sam Darnold should get MVP. He has been 2 seasons, 14-3 on 2 different teams.
That's a good
Sam
stat.
Darnold's stats don't look worth anything to get MVP.
That eye test is not doing it.
Yeah, the stat. Unfortunately, his stats don't line up with MVP.
I mean, to be truthfully honest,
MVP
Sam Darnold is not the reason those teams go 14-3.
There you go.
Minnesota might want him back. I'm just saying, Minnesota might want him back at this point.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
I don't know.
That's actually a thought. I mean, it's not going to happen, but
as long as you don't play on Sunday night, he usually pretty good. Unfortunately for the Seahawks, he's had a Saturday night and Sunday night game the last 4 weeks.
You in trouble.
But as long as he don't play on, I'm telling you, if he played that 12 o'clock game, he going.
Well, he finna play in Saturday and Sunday games for the however many games he go through in the playoffs.
Monray, what you saying about the Rams in Carolina?
I think they win pretty comfortably. 10.5 is probably fair just because I think the Rams, all of their team is built for this moment, whether it's McVay, whether it's Matt Stafford, whether it's, Devontae Adams, whether it's Puka Nacua. They all have been here, and I think the Panthers have it. I think the Panthers get a little bit of help in the fact they've played and beaten this Rams team before. I don't see that happening twice. Like, I think the Rams know, okay, we can't play around with this team because of what happened last time. I think they're here. I think they're locked in. I think it's going to look somewhat close to what just happened in Week 18. So I think the 10.5 spread might cover. I think it might cover.
Uniqo, Carolina, the 10.5 point underdogs.
Should anybody in NFC South be in the playoffs at all? Anyway, I mean, I'm writing this off. Whatever they say gonna happen is gonna happen.
We said the same thing about the NFC East many years ago. Yeah, they gotta have somebody.
Yeah, you gotta have somebody, and that's a travesty. This division has been ass.
I'm gonna actually shock people. I'm gonna shock y'all. I'm gonna say the Rams gonna win, but they don't cover.
They may not cover.
I mean,
they win by 10. I think they win by 10.
The way that the way that the Rams have stumbled into the playoffs, I mean, there's a good chance that Carolina could keep it close. I mean, but
the crazy thing is, I said they're gonna win by 10. Just like I told you, Ohio State was only gonna score 14 points. Remember how many points?
Why you always gotta talk about the past, man?
When I said Ohio State gonna score 14 points, how many points they score?
Man, that happened last year. That happened last year, man. That happened last year. Don't worry about that.
Next up, I just want everybody to know I picked the exact amount of points they gonna score. I said unless Miami score 4 points, they are not gonna get beat by 10. Because Ohio State only gonna score 14 because Satin is a
new year, new me.
But next up, we got Green Bay Packers at the Bears. The Green Bay Packers are a 1.5 point favorite, basically meaning they projected to lose because they got home field advantage. So they give you 3 points automatically. But so who y'all got?
I want to take these Bears, man. I want to take them. I'm sorry. I want to take them just for the theater of it because Jordan Love, he's not a big enough draw for me yet, right? He's not big enough draw for me yet. Like at least you got Caleb Williams, who's in a sense a draw, right or wrong, bad or good. His name come up every week. So. And I don't care. Jordan Love, we ain't worried about him right now like that. We ain't studying him. We ain't expecting him to really do nothing. Okay, you got a couple of people on the team. Trevon Diggs joined the team. And then you got Michael Parsons. I'm not sure if he's there or not. But at the end of the day, man, the Packers just not a draw right now. The Bears is the draw. And so, man, I'm taking the Bears. I want them.
You taking the Bears outright? Monray. I believe besides the first game, I think all these games can go either way.
Oh boy, like the Packers are on a 4-game losing streak, and they fell into this playoffs.
And the Jordan Love healthy actually because he was good before he got hurt.
But if there was any team the Packers felt they could beat, it's the Bears because they possibly would have beaten them if Jordan Love hadn't got hurt during that game. And then after that game, it was a right before the end. But Jordan Love, so far, he's not on the injury report, so supposedly he's going to be fine. I'm going to pick the Packers because Caleb, that last game against the Lions, where they actually had a little bit to play for, and they just scored 16 points. And I'm sorry, that does not give me a lot of hope in the Ben Johnson-led offense that was humming and played with every opponent up until the end because they put up 38 points with the 49ers. And okay, they did good then, and they beat Green Bay in overtime. Okay, cool. And then they put up a stinker for the last game, which doesn't give me good vibes. And the Packers are like, bro, if there's any team we would have a chance to beat, it's them. So I think it's going to be a nail biter. I think Green Bay steals it. And I say steal even though they're favored, but it's at the Bears home 4. I think Green Bay steals the last second field goal, and we're going to have questions about Caleb Williams afterwards. I'm hoping not. Hoping they both play well, whoever wins, but
y'all bet.
I don't know. Something about that last Lions game just makes me feel like the Bears do not like playing their own division.
Listen, Ash Cash was on vacation last week, so she couldn't drop it on that boy. That boy didn't play with him.
I'm just saying.
That's all I know. Ash Cash wasn't out. She was on vacation last week. I saw the Instagram. She was gone. He couldn't.
I'm just saying. Roma Dunze and DJ Moore both questionable. I'm just saying, ain't nobody finna have 100% wide receivers. If I got to pick somebody throwing the ball, I'm gonna pick Jordan Love over Caleb Williams right now. So,
well, the health of that receiver core is crazy.
Yes,
I don't know how healthy Jordan Love is. That was scaring me. Jordan Love,
he's not on the injury. He's not on the injury report at all. I'm assuming.
Is he gonna play like he did 4 weeks ago?
I'm assuming it was a concussion. I'm assuming he's passed through with flying colors, and they just kept him out last week. He's not on the injury report. There's been no listings that he's hampered in any way. I'm assuming he's fine. So,
but is he gonna play like he did 4 weeks ago? That's my
no.
I'm gonna go with the Bears. I'm gonna be different. I'm gonna go with the Bears. I don't like it, but I'm gonna go with the Bears.
Nobody likes this game.
Yeah, I mean Vegas gonna eat off of this one either way.
Yeah, 1.5 point spread is disgusting. 1.5 point spread is disgusting.
We got another 1.5 points.
Because you could go with your heart and say somebody gonna win, or at 1.5 is crazy.
I think this is disrespectful, but Jacksonville Jaguars are underdog by 1.5 points to the Buffalo Bills just because Josh Allen is on the other team. They have no reason to pick the Bills over Jacksonville the way they've been playing, except for the fact that Josh Allen is on that team.
I understand. I believe what they're saying. I got Jacksonville straight up. I'm gonna be real with you. I agree. I got him straight up. Like I believe in Josh Allen. I do. I don't believe in his team. I'm not believing this team the entire year. Their run defense is atrocious, and the Jacksonville Jaguars are going to depend heavily on the run and have a good run game. Now, the Buffalo Bills pass defense is amazing, but they just do not have a good run defense. And Jacksonville actually has a good run defense. They have a very good run defense, actually, which is what Josh Allen and James Cook want to do. So it means that they can stifle their running ability. They're not going to throw the ball well. That's how the Buffalo Bills operate. Now, did they look amazing against the Jets? Sure. I'm going to say that Jacksonville pulls the quote-unquote upset, and Trevor Lawrence takes a win from Josh Allen, and Josh Allen has to go into the offseason with a question. Like I said, whoever wins, I'm going off of what I think. What I think is that Jacksonville can stop the Bills from doing what they do well. The Bills can't stop Jacksonville from doing what they do well. My mindset.
Shout out to Derpy, my guy. Derpy said, I'm just saying, every time the Packers have a quarterback that turned the age of 27, they usually go. That is true. The last two quarterbacks they had, which was Aaron Rodgers and Brett Favre, they turned 27. They get a defensive player, but this time the defensive player is hurt. They always recruit a defensive player. I think it was Reggie White, and it was who was the other one? Who was Aaron Rodgers? I forget.
Look, if the Packers go to the Super Bowl missing Michael Parsons, bro, I know something off.
It's a
that's
lot.
Football guy. That's football guy.
That is a very interesting stat.
Shout out to Derby though. He be coming with a good cluster. I'm just saying, I know something off. If they make it to the Super Bowl with this team, I know something off.
I'm just
the only one that picked the guy. Hey, Ash Cash, you got to put it on him this week. She got to come home.
No, she got to stay off of him.
No, she won vacation. He played awful. The 3 weeks before, he put it on him. He was on one, but I'm just saying. She would tear them nails up, but scratch them. But
moving on.
Who do you get? Jacksonville or Buffalo?
Man, Jacksonville's feeling it. It's how you come into the playoffs, man. It's how you come in. And I'm sorry, Josh Allen is the Bills. I hate to say it, but I mean, he used to have some kind of semblance of help, and it's just like right now, it's kind of what we were given to. I guess I don't want to say Mahomes. Who's a quarterback we were saying didn't have help for a long time, and they finally got some help. But anyway, that's where Josh Allen is at right now. He's that team. So they go as far as he goes, and he's ex MVP. But man, it's not looking good for them. So yeah, I'm taking Jags. I'm taking them.
I'm taking the Jags too. I think this the game that like Josh Allen. This your year without Patrick Mahomes, and I think.
And this is somebody else's turn, and this is
gonna be the MVP year where if Josh Allen gets to the Super Bowl, it's gonna be strongly on him, straight up. But we'll see.
It would have to be, yeah. And actually, this would cement if he goes far. This actually cements.
Matter of fact, but no, I will say this though. I will say this. I'll think consider before we go to the next one. If Josh Allen wins this game, I firmly believe he can make the Super Bowl. I'll be fair. If he can win this game, he can make the Super Bowl. Because I don't think there's no team he can't beat if he can beat the Jacksonville Jaguars, who are humming on all cylinders like this. He win this game, they can make the Super Bowl. That's my straight up thought.
I think the only team
he don't want to see Houston again. I know he don't want to see Houston again.
The Houston, I said it too. If he played the Texans, it's gonna. He hates
in my mind, you play a team that can match up with the Texans in their own division and win. I'm sorry. If he beats the Jaguars, there's not a team in the AFC he can't beat. Now, whether he be favored or not is a different thing entirely. But I think he beats them.
I said it before. I said 2 weeks ago. I think Houston is kryptonite. That's the one team he can't beat Superman on.
I mean, he can't be Superman, but they only lost by 3 points or whatever. That last second interception, they had a chance to win even that game. So it wasn't like Superman kryptonite out of his ballpark. Like, he could have won that game. I think in my mind, if he beats the Jaguars, there's no team in AFC he can't beat. Now, will he do it is different, but can't beat. There's no team in AFC he can't beat if he beats the Jaguars.
He believes it's going to be the Bills versus Rams because both quarterbacks are from that area in the Super Bowl.
And wouldn't that be a great story for Matthew Stafford in the twilight of his quarterback years to be like being on this type of run where he went through hell with the Lions for almost 10 years, if not more.
Super Bowl, so.
I mean, that's
he already got a Super Bowl, so
But he got a Super Bowl, but for him to go back again and like just that
ain't no story. That's just dominance right there.
It's like, what were we missing in those? Is Tom Brady really even a mention if you have a full team around after all these years? I'm just saying if the lottery goes the way that it's supposed to go or goes a different way, he's actually with a different organization than other.
Yeah, Calvin Johnson, he ain't got no excuse.
Receiver
that ever been.
Nah, defense sucks. Defense sucks.
They was in shootouts.
Defense sucks. I'm sorry, defense sucks. Like Calvin Johnson and all that, they make you look nice in the regular season. They don't help in playoffs.
And he's showing us now that without Calvin Johnson, that's how good of a quarterback I am.
We did get
like we just saw that with the Bills, and we just saw that with Dallas. Offense can only get you so far.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why I'm going to Jacksonville. I think Jacksonville gonna get it. I don't trust, even though James Cook could be like they got the number one rushing attack in football.
And Jaguars got a top rushing defense as well. That's why I'm like, I just don't think I think the team might let him down. That's what I'm saying. I just don't think the team around them is just enough. Not that they bad. I don't think it's enough. If they're favored, if they were playing the Patriots round one, I'd pick them. But Jacksonville, I don't think is a good matchup.
Oh, no, I don't think nobody. I think everybody picked Jacksonville to win. I don't think nobody picked the Bills. I don't think the Bills could beat the Texans. I think the Bills could also lose to every team in this thing.
Oh, they can lose to most of them.
Next up, we all picked Jacksonville. Next up, we got San Francisco at Philadelphia. Philadelphia is a 4.5 point favorite. I feel it. No, you talk about it.
I'm going to take Philly, even though I have the 49ers higher on my power ranking. I guess got to take Philadelphia. Now that spread, it might be closer than that though. But man, daggone. No, I'll take the 49ers to beat the Eagles. I'll take them.
By spread or just in general?
I'll take them in general. I'll take the heads up. I'll take the 49ers just to make things interesting.
I think the spread is a little misleading because that spread is more dependent on an Eagles team that can score. This Eagles team has shown me that they still can't score, that they still have the same problems that they had before. Just because you were only able to put up 13 points in one half against the Buffalo Bills that do not have a good running defense and you still can't find a way to run the ball. So I don't trust the Eagles, but I do think that just the missing pieces from the 49ers may come back to bite them in this game specifically to where I think they come up. Even though this is going to be more, I don't want to say a revenge game because, Purdy did miss that opportunity, when he was going to play them in the NFC Championship that year. I do think they come up a little bit short. And I think the Eagles managed to escape. So I don't think the Eagles cover, but I do think they will sneak away with a win. Even though I want to say the 49ers, I think the 49ers not being fully healthy, possibly, especially if Trent Williams doesn't make the game, then I definitely think it's trouble. But I'm going to say I think the Eagles escape with a win.
Derpy said he think they're going to do it. I think only 2 teams that ever played in the Super Bowl in their home field. And that's the only team that hasn't been in the playoffs is the 49ers.
You digressing a whole lot, Derpy.
Shout out to Derpy. Derpy, my God. Derpy come with them stats.
Derpy good with the stats. I ain't mad at him.
He come with history. And I like Derpy. But like I said, only 2 teams has played in a Super Bowl at their hometown. So that's be interesting thing. But I got my Eagles. Of course, I'm choosing my Eagles.
This is for the city. If only there was 2 black quarterbacks from the same town, that would make it like Steve Kerr from Banging Inglewood. Yeah, but anyway, that's another thing.
Next up, we got Los Angeles Chargers. I like how we got two Los Angeles teams in the playoffs versus the New England Patriots. New England is a 3.5-point favorite.
Man, I ain't gonna lie to you. Chargers gonna get their ass beat.
I think the complete opposite. I actually got the Chargers winning this game. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Really?
Like, I'm sorry. Like, I do not believe in the Patriots. I don't, because I think their division, like not the division, but their schedule was light. And when they had not many, but a few teams that were of decent metric, whether it was the Steelers early or the Bills both times, because they only beat the Bills by 3 points the first time. It wasn't like a blowout. So they managed to beat the Bills first time. Then they lost the second game by losing a massive lead, mind you, in the second game. And we already said the Bills are not, guaranteed, to have a stable team. I'm of the mindset that the Chargers can get them. I really do think the Chargers can get them, because I think they'll keep it close. I don't think they're just going to run away on the Chargers. Even though the Chargers are missing key offensive line members, I don't necessarily see the Patriots as having the pass rush to exploit that as much. So plus, Justin Herbert has a lot to play for, because he can't go 1 and out. He can't go 3 and out. He can't go 1 and out for the third year in a row. He can't do that. He's going to be a sham of himself if he actually does that. So in my mind, because he got more to play for and Harbaugh is skilled, I think they pull out that upset. I got the Chargers upsetting the world and Justin Herbert getting that monkey off his back. Gonna be a little crazy, but this might be where, the lack of real playmakers and real skill positions on the Patriots finally comes back to rears a little bit of an ugly head. Just my thought.
If people gonna make me pick a one-handed Justin Herbert in playoff time, I don't know if I can do it, but I will pick them to cover the spread. I think New England wins by 3.
I mean, the way I look at it,
I can't do it. I don't trust him.
I didn't trust Aaron. I'm gonna throw this in there for you. And you continue. Aaron Rodgers had the same injury. I didn't believe in him either. Lo and behold, he was fine in 2 weeks. Herbert and dang near had a month, something like that. And he'd have had a week off. I'm sorry. I think they can pull this upset. I really do, because I think this is a way more even matchup than what they're giving credit for. I think this is a way more even matchup.
It's something about just.
I will take the Chargers.
It's Herbert. I'm just not sold.
Like, I'm just not sold on the Patriots.
I think the Patriots have done a good job. Even though they do have they're in a very weak conference.
Like, this is probably gonna be their hardest. This might be their most challenging. This might be their most challenging game this year.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting.
Oh, I don't know. Justin Herbert got one hand, and it's playoff time.
Like, that whole one hand, he might not have one hand anymore, because the injury might have recovered very well by this point. I can't remember when he got it, but I know it's been at least 4 weeks.
2 weeks ago, he still held it, so I don't know about this week. He didn't play this week.
Well, mid game, you are taking some punishment with it too. But I think they can pull this up there. I think this is even. I think it's more even. But you going to pay that's fine. I'm thinking they can pull the upset. I might be wrong.
I'm picking the Chargers by 3, by picking the Patriots to win by only 3. So I'm picking the Chargers to cover though. Uniqo.
I told you. I think the Patriots got it, and it's an ass beat.
Okay, we gonna see. I'm happy. I'm excited.
And now we got Monday Night Football. We in it with Houston and the Steelers. Houston, a 3-point favorite. Houston covers. I'm sorry. Bye,
Steelers. Y'all supposed to be out
Aaron Rodgers, I don't know. You got a defense coming. Oh my God! But can CJ Stroud go on that defense? If TJ Watt back,
I might be the opposite end again. I think the Steelers win, and it's because I do not trust the offense of the Texans. But their offense has not been consistent all year. Like, they've had offensive line issues, offensive issues. TJ Watt is back. Like, TJ Watt wasn't there. TJ Watt is back. TJ Watt is back. And DK Metcalf is back. So they'll actually be able to throw the ball downfield at least a little bit.
If he got some time.
I'm of the mindset that they also I don't know if it's an upset because the Steelers are at home. They're gonna be feeling good because they managed to get that win. I think the Steelers can pull that upset. I do. I think they pull that upset. And Mike Tomlin has a lot to play for because, mind you, they also need a playoff win. Mike Tomlin's job is still in danger a little bit. They need a playoff win. They haven't had a playoff win in years.
He's still on the hot seat.
2016.
That's what you want to say.
Yeah, I think they must have. That's the reason they got Aaron Rodgers and all that. I think they pull that win.
God,
I think they pull the win. I think it's gonna be a tough one, but like I said, defense can win you games and championships and everything. But the Steelers also have a good defense, and they also have somewhat of an offense. Is it fully reliable? No, but they have somewhat of an offense that they showed. They feeling good. They beat the Ravens. They got in. One's coaching for his job. The other one, I think, DeMeco Ryans is fine no matter what happens this year.
Yeah,
they're at home. I think the Steelers can squeak out this win. It's gonna be defense. It's gonna be ugly. TJ Watt gonna have another week under his belt. He gonna feel good. I think they win. I think it's gonna be a narrow victory too. It might even be a 2-point win. I think the Steelers win the game.
I'm going Texans to finish barely the 10-game winning streak. They're on a 9-game winning streak right now, so I'm gonna go with the 10 game.
Oh, streaks aren't
God,
good
it's
going
tough.
to the playoffs. We know what
God,
happens
it's
with
tough,
streaks.
though.
It's gonna be a wonderful wild card weekend. Let that be known. It's gonna be an amazing wild card.
It's just for me. It's just that
What
it's going to really take Aaron Rodgers and what he used to be known for. That's what it's really going to come down to. Like,
I mean, if you want me to be honest, I don't think it's gonna be that much, bro. If they score 21 points, they can win.
I believe that. That's actually
Hey, they did go to the AFC Championship game with Deshaun Watson.
Like the Texans thrive off of stopping them from scoring points. If the Steelers can muster 20 to 21 points, they can win that game. Because the Texans are not known for high scoring games. They're known to depend on their defense, which I want them to do that. That's good, but I'm just being honest. Like
I've been rooting for CJ Stroud at this point, so
I'm gonna see. I ain't really rooting for either team, but just in my mind, I'm like, you asked me who I think it got a better shot. Look.
The one that actually has an offense has the chance.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't trust the Texans offense at all. Like, can their defense win them that game? Absolutely. Do I think it will? I do think they're gonna need to score like at least 17 points. So
17 points can win this game.
DK gonna be back. He gonna feel good. He gonna be like, I got something to prove because I almost failed my team. I think the Steelers just got a lot more to play for, which is why I think they win the game. I think they just have more to play for.
But the league has been more open lately because every one of these games besides the Panthers and Rams is going to be good games to me, and I can't pick it. So, I picked it, but I can see it going another way in every game than what I picked.
It's going to be a great wild card weekend, bro. Amazing wild card weekend because all the games except for the Rams and Panthers are relatively close. And the only thing about the Rams and Panthers is that the Panthers have beaten them before, so it's not even just an outlandish thing for that upset to possibly happen. So it's just going to be an amazing 6 games. Will they all be close? Probably not, but it's going to be an amazing one to see.
Derpy, with another interesting stat. Back in 2006, Pittsburgh elected Mayor O'Connor. They won the big game, skipped to 2026. Pittsburgh just elected his son in the Super Bowl.
Derpy, how you be knowing these things, man? Please make me.
Derpy my guy, man. That's why you do it. I love Derpy. Derpy always bring up with facts.
That's facts. It's all facts. Hell yeah.
And it's the 20th anniversary of Super Bowl 40.
There you go.
And luckily we find out that the Super Bowl thing is fake. At least we found that out. They all like, the Super Bowl logo gives away the teams. No, it don't. They can kill that now.
You can get it. But
we don't have one final
segment. We have one final segment to end the show. And it's Monray segment. It's Fraud Watch.
Y'all already know how it go, but we had to do it special because we're rounding off the regular season. So we had to do the fraud watch for the playoffs and, let you know who are the biggest frauds of this entire year. So we'll start out, of course, the top 5 regular season frauds. Number one, I'll start from one because they're right there. The Ravens, I believed in them when most others didn't, all things to be fair. I believed in them, but they came up short. And they weren't able to maintain leads. They weren't able to finish. So we see now that they were frauds.
Hey, Rose, send that real quick.
The Bucks are number 2. They started out 5-1, had their division easy because the division was not good. and they fell apart physically and literally. You know, unfortunate injuries, mismanagement of leads, failure to execute. They just weren't able to clutch it out. And so we had Baker Mayfield in early MVP talks that did not pan out that well. So he fell apart. We got the Lions. We find out missing Aaron Glenn and Ben Johnson does affect your team a lot. And they weren't able to clutch out a wild card seed. They were the favorites to win their own division. Did not happen. Went to the Bears. Shout out to Ben Johnson. We got the Vikings. Number 4. I told y'all, everybody with this nonsense, they're going to run back another 14 wins with a rookie was insanity. Told y'all it was crazy. Shout out to them getting 9 wins. Maybe Justin Jefferson doesn't get too upset over the offseason. Hopefully they bounce back, but nah. And then the Chiefs fooled us for about 9-10 games. They fooled everybody thinking they were still the Chiefs. They were not the Chiefs. And, you know, shout out to Patrick Mahomes. You know, he did the best he could to hold their team together. But that team
lead them in rushing yards for a long time in the season.
Yeah, he was leading them in their rushing yards. So he held that team together as long as he could, but unfortunately he could not continue to bear that burden. And we pray a speedy and successful full recovery. And the Chiefs, we'll see what they look like next year, but those are our frauds. Now, for Wild Card Weekend, we look forward and let's just start. The Rams, look, they're probably the most seasoned team, talented-looking team, you know, in the entire playoffs because a lot of younger teams there, a lot of teams that don't have the spicy names on their offense and everything. So they will be shown that can you show that you are worthy of a 10.5-point spread at home? Can you dominate the Panthers, who are their first actual playoff game for a lot of them? Can you be the guys that you're supposed to be and dominate that team? So they are fraud watch. They're not too high though. We have the Patriots because 14-3, MVP possibly. Are y'all real or are you just the subject of an easy schedule? You know, we say the same thing about the 49ers as well, but they only made a wild card. But y'all won the division. You beat Josh Allen for that division. Y'all came from nowhere. But are you real or are you just real lucky? That would be the thing for them. Then, of course, the Bills. And really, it ain't even the Bills. It's Josh Allen. Josh Allen, this is your year. It's your time. No Pat Mahomes. No Joe Burrow. No Lamar Jackson. It's just you. You're the best quarterback in the playoffs. Easy work. Can you finally get through? And we will see if you all are real. And surprise, surprise, Sean McDermott is also on the hot seat too because of there's only so many years that Patrick Mahomes is going to be your excuse for why you are there. We clearly saw John Harbaugh don't get that no more. Sean McDermott, you've been there for quite a long time. Plenty of double-digit seasons. Might be a little change happening in Buffalo besides just that stadium. You know, if y'all get one and done snuffed out by Trevor Lawrence and the Frisky Jaguars. Just saying. And then, yeah, Grandpa. Yeah. It's the Eagles. You know it's y'all. Y'all are the current reigning Super Bowl champions. A.J. Brown has been demanding the ball for weeks.
He do that every year.
Y'all have y'all have to defend your crown. You have the pressure of defending said crown. Can you do it? Or will the offensive struggles, your offensive coordinator, your head coach, your wide receiver, and everything else be the downfall and y'all lose horribly? Are y'all the champs or will you be chumps? And then, look, I shouldn't even have put the Chargers there. I should just put Justin Herbert because we all know. Look, people have tried to make excuses for Justin Herbert for years. They tried to make excuses last year. They couldn't make that many last year because it just looked bad. Look, this third year. Double-digit wins. Team look good. You know, at least in some places. The offensive line is a little shaky. But they're not even going against a team that has a massive pass rush. You're going against a second-year player in his first playoff game. I'm just saying. Herbert can't look bad. And mind you, when I got all these teams over here, every one of these teams don't necessarily need to win. They can't look bad on a loss. Justin Herbert can't look back. He can't have another three interception game. Can't do it.
I don't know.
Chargers, y'all are number one on the fraud watch because there will be ugly conversations had if y'all go out bad against the Patriots. We will see y'all in New England. That's the playoff fraud watch.
That's the playoff fraud watch. Shout out to Derpy. Gave us a few more stats, and then we're going to go cover Monray fraud watch, and we're going to get y'all out of here. Not to mention it's the 20th anniversary of Super Bowl 40, which where the Super Bowl were also the number one seed and also the number one offense. And I saw another stat back in 2006, a new pope was elected. In 2013, a new pope. This recent year, a new pope got elected. That's a Seahawks.
I don't got no dollars for you.
Not to mention he's from Chicago. Ironically, the Birds had the best season ever. Not to mention the new pope was at the White Sox World Series clinch back in 2005.
I'm gonna call Derpy the same person that be doing these ESPN random records and random statistics that be happening every game. Derpy got to be a part of that, man.
Yo, listen, Derpy, if overall 99 pop off, you got a job. You got a job, my guy. Guaranteed. Just let us pop out. It's 2026. We popping off, baby. It's our time.
Can you not hear?
But that's about all we got for the show. I don't think we got anybody else. I don't think nothing happened. Tomorrow night, Lakers play the Spurs to battle to see who's the 2 seed in the NBA Western Conference. So that's gonna be a fun game to watch. I was thinking about going to it, but I'm going to the OKC game, I think, February 4th. So I chose not to go to this game. So
can OKC get a win, or will it be
I will not see LeBron James in my life, unfortunately, because every time I go to New Orleans, he do not show up. He did not play every time. He didn't even still. I was like, if he on the bench, I get to at least see LeBron. I've seen Steph Curry, but I have never seen Melo, and I've never seen LeBron.
You gotta save up to go to a playoff game, man. That's what you gotta do.
That's what you gotta do to make it.
Yeah, I might have to just go to a playoff game and just watch wherever they go. Hopefully, they end up playing the Spurs. So I don't have to travel. Or Houston ain't that far. I can go to Houston. Or Dallas might not make the playoff.
Dallas ain't gonna make it this year though. But you know,
Houston a 3-hour trip. I did that the other day. It ain't gonna be long.
AD might get traded again, man. Who knows?
So I hopefully the Lakers either play Houston or Dallas or San Antonio in the playoffs, and I get to see LeBron before it's over. I got to see Steph, so I got to see a legend. I've seen Wemby, of course. I live here, and then I got to see Anthony. I got to see what on my
y'all.
boy.
I gotta go. This is the perfect chance for me to leave. I'll holler.
All right, huh?
Hey, Uniqo William, doyouhearme.com, overall99media.org. Go check them out. Do You Hear Me? Usually on Thursdays. Hopefully it's back in 2026. So go check my guy out. Be there. And Monray, where can they find you?
Monray Hudson. Everywhere it says Monray Hudson, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Threads, and of course on Make It Make Sense, the podcast on Saturdays, where we will talk about what's going on in the world with respect to different things. Politics. Help us.
Yeah, it's mostly a political thing. Aiden Ross is going. The craziest thing in 2026 is crap that I really wish wouldn't be fun. Like Aiden Ross is beefing with Doechii. I don't know what's going on. I'll probably talk about it on Casual Conversation on Thursday. Our president kidnapped another president and gonna hold him on trial. First time I think ever in history. Normally they just end them, but we'll see how that go. Drake and the RICO lawsuit. We talked about that last week. There's a lot happened, but a lot of it's kind of interesting. But that's all I got. You can find me at overall99media.org. Go to the website below. You can find all the pages that I got. You can just click the pictures, and you usually go to everybody's page. Make It Make Sense. The podcast. Click Monray's picture. Casual Conversation channel. Go pick Afros. Do You Hear Me? Pick Uniqo. And for me, you'll just go to my link tree. Once you click it all, you can go to all the channels and find us. Casual Conversations will be on Spotify starting next week. So look for that. And then also season 1 of Casual Conversation, hopefully this week. Depending on when Ebony show back up. So whenever she's available, we will put it on Spotify that first week. And then later on that year, it'll be on Patreon. A bunch of news. The shorts will be coming back. I finally got a break in December I finally got a break after doing a video every day in December. I just wanted to rest up, get back to it. That's it. So you'll probably start seeing them this weekend. Again, the shorts are back. We're going to get a little innovative, learning new things, looking up new techniques while I chill and relax and work out a little more, get my energy back up. I appreciate y'all. Shout out to Derpy. Derpy always in the chat showing love. Shout out to Edward. Shout out to David. Shout out to everybody in the chat that has talked because I appreciate y'all. Shout out to everybody on Auto Upside. I appreciate y'all. Peace.
Welcome to Keep It 99. Please give a huge welcome to our host, Zelmae, performer Uniqo, and the judge, Monray.